Parents, teachers, caretakers, grandparents. Thank you for shooting your questions. It's a very interesting question here. My son calls my husband by name. He's only 5 years old, and I don't see any respect for him or for me. And my husband is okay with this. He says we need to be friends with our children. It's okay for him to call us by name. Now, I know when I say that in some of the cultures, it's okay to call people by name, especially in our Indian culture, we are a little sensitive. We are a little careful about giving respect. We don't call people by name. We always would use something before, so-and-so or, uncle or auntie or, we would just say something, beforehand and then tell the name. Many a times we don't even tell the names. Now, if the child is going to keep calling by name, my two questions is this. Is the child calling out of disrespect, or is the child calling out of respect? Is that being taught to the child, that you call us by name, it's respect, is what is being taught? I don't know. That's a question for you to probe. The second question that I would ask is this. Does the child walk in respect when, even if he is calling by name, does he obey and walk in respect? Or if he thinks that the father is that, I've seen sometimes, I've seen some questions come to me where there was one time, I think the wife had written this and said that my son treats us like equals, and hey, come here, you need to do this, call them by name, and you need to do this. Why are you not doing this? That basic level of respect was not there. The basic level of submission was not there. The basic level of, understanding obedience is not there. So if there are things like that, I think it's not very right. I just would simply say this. Sometimes I had to deal with some of the questions from some of the parents where the teenagers are not giving respect. Now, listen to this very carefully. When they're very young, we allow them to call them by name because it's very cute. They're calling them by name and the father or the mother is saying, oh, he's calling them by name. Yeah, I always allow him to call by name. But we get offended when he's 13, 14 years old and he's calling by name. Hey, why are you calling me by name? That's what we taught them. That's what we taught them when they were very young. All of a sudden we are changing our standards when they are. So that's why many parents get offended when they are, especially in our own culture, offended when they call them by name when they are 14, 15 years old. Hey, why are you calling by name? You call me by daddy or father or whatever it is. Why are you calling? That's what we taught them. See, it's very important of what we teach them during those younger years. It's very important what we teach them the younger years. Again, I'm not saying that they need to walk in fear and call by name, and that was our generation, where that's how our parents raised us up and things like that. That's not very right. There should be some place of respect. There should be some place of authority. I talked about authority in another episode, but it's very important, very, very young, the children are being taught not just submission, not that authoritativeness, that the children understand the authority. No. They understand respect. They learn to respect their parents for what they are to them. They respect their parents for what their parents sacrifice. Respect their parents for how their parents love them. I think that respect is a key thing that needs to be ingrained and taught to them when they are very, very young. Thank you for shooting your questions. Continue to send those questions to askgeorgeuncle@gmail.com. You are here because you're very interested in your child's journey. Thank you so much for being here. You're an encouragement.